Everyone. Hello everyone. Today we'll be building admin dashboard. The stack we'll be using for this is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's start by creating the HTML file. I'll just name this index.html. Let me create the CSS file as well. I'll just name this one style.css. Inside the index.html file, I'll just create very basic HTML template and change the title to admin dashboard. So this is one thing. Next, what I'll do, let's link the style sheet and give the path and name style.css. So this is one thing. Next, what I'll do, I'll just make use of the Tremor.io CSS as well as the this one, basically the chart.js. So just give me a second. So I'll just copy this one. Let me paste it over here after title, right? Also, let me copy this one. Let me paste it over here. So how to get this one? Let me open the Chrome and search for CDNJS, right? So here you can give Tremor.io. So just give me a second. So this is not found in the CDNJS. Basically, we have to go through the documentation and get it. Just copy this one. I'll just be providing this one. What do you call this one? The GitHub link, right, in the description. You can get it from there itself. Just copy this one. And also let's search for the chart.js instead of Tremor, right? I'll just search for chart.js. So just come here and copy this one, chart.js. So this is fine. Copy this one and paste it over here. So I have already pasted this one. Let's start by writing the HTML code. So initially what I'll do, I'll just make use of the div and give class name dashboard container. Inside this div, I'll make use of aside for the sidebar, basically. So class, I'll give sidebar. Within the aside, let me make use of the h2. I'll just copy the same thing over here. So I'll just copy this one. Let me paste it over here, admin dashboard itself. So after h2, let me make use of nav. Within the nav, let me make use of ul. Within ul, let me create for list by making use of li. So I'll just give me a second. Let me hold alt. Not here, basically. Had to give here, right? Sorry. Let me so yeah, this is it. Next, what I'll do here, the first one will be dashboard. Second one, I'll just give users. Also settings. The fourth one, I'll just give logout. So let me give hash here. So yeah, after this one, what I'll do, after closing of aside, let me make use of the main tag. Within the main, I'll just give class of main content. So within the main, I'll just make use of header tag. So within the header, I'll just make use of h1 and I'll give welcome admin. So after h1, let me make use of image tag src. I'll just type this one. You can give any image. So this is the profile image. I'll just give mine. Let me get it. So instead of typing, let me paste it over here. We give this one. So, oh sorry, not here. We'll type this one, right? Let me paste it over here. Also, within the R, I'll just give admin profile. Also, let me make use of the class. I'll just give class name profile hyphen image. So this is it for the image tag. So after this one, after the closing of header tag, let me make use of the section. So within the section, what I'll do, I'll just give class name cards hyphen container. Within the cards, within the section, I'll just make use of the div tag, div of class name. I'll give card total hyphen users. So within this div, I'll just make use of h3. This will be total users. Also, within p tag, I'll just give random value 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. After closing of this div tag, let me create one more div tag and let me give class card sales. So within h3, let me give sales. Also, let me make use of p tag. I'll just give $56 $789, right? So some random number I've just given. So again, I'll just create one more div and I'll just give class name of card space new orders. So within this, let me give h3 new orders. Also within the paragraph tag, I'll give 1, 2, 3. After closing of this div, let me create one more div. Let me give class of card, also class of feedback. So within this one, let me make use of h3 and give feedback. Also within p tag, I'll just give some random number 234. After closing of section tag, what I'll do, let me create one more section tag. So within the section, let me give class name charts hyphen container. So within the section tag, I'll just give div class chart hyphen card. So this is one thing. Next, what I'll do, I'll just make use of the canvas. Within the canvas, I'll just give ID sales hyphen sales chart. So this is it for this div. So what I'll do, just give me a second. Let me copy this twice. Basically what I'll do, I'll just copy this div. Let me copy paste, and also let me copy paste here. Instead of the chart card, so this will be chart card itself. ID will be, instead of the sales chart, users chart. So this will be chart card itself again. Instead here, it will be feedback chart, right? So after the finishing of this section tag, again I'll make use of the section tag. So what I'll do, I'll give class name of info hyphen section. So within this section, I'll give h2 a recent activity. So this is one thing. After this one, I'll just make use of UL tag. Within the UL, I'll just make use of 3 LIs. So I'll just give LI into 3. So here, within the first LI, what I'll do, I'll just give some random name. I'll just give John Doe purchased a new product. So I'll just give the same thing. Basically, I'll just copy this one. Let me paste it over here. Also, let me paste it over here. So, okay, after the closing of the UL tag, let me make use of the image tag.
See, and then
I'll just give something related to the dashboard element infographic. So you can give anything related to it. I have just copy pasted the same thing. I've just got this one from the Google Images, right? So I'll just give dashboard graphic. Also, let me make use of the class and let me give the class name info image. So this is it for the image tag. So after this one, after closing of the section tag, what I'll do, I want to make use of the button. So I'll just give button of ID update button. Also let me make use of the class as well. I'll just give the class name update hyphen button. So I'll just name the button as update stats. So this is it for the HTML. So what I'll do, let me format the document once and let's start writing the CSS. So initially I want to make use of the Poppins font. For that one, what I'll do, I'll just open the Chrome. Let me search for Poppins font. So click on the first link, get font, get embed code, import. So here I'll copy these 3 lines, right? So let me paste it over here. After this one, let's style the body tag. So I'll come here, I'll copy the same thing. This one, let me close the Chrome. So let me paste it over here. The primary font will be making use of is Poppins. If something goes wrong, we'll be making use of sans serif. Let me give margin of 0, background, linear gradient of 135 degree, 4169 E1, also 80080. So did I do something wrong here? So basically this is 000. Sorry. Yeah. After this, I want to make use of some darker color. I'll just give 333. So overflow white, I'll just give hidden. So this is it for the body. Next, let's style for the dashboard container. So I'll just come here. I'll copy this one. Give me a second. Let me copy this one and paste it over here. So let's give display flex height of 100 view height, also overflow hidden. So this is it for the dashboard container. Next, let's style for the sidebar. So where is this sidebar coming from? This one. Let me copy this one. Let me paste it over here. So within the sidebar, what I'll do, width of 200 pixel, background of 000, color of white, padding 20 pixel, background of linear gradient 135 degree, 4169 E1. I'll just make use of this color. Also this one, same color, right? So next, let me give overflow y of auto. So this is it for the sidebar. Next, let's style for the h2 inside the sidebar class. So just take the sidebar as it is. Let me copy the h2, right? I'll just come here. I'll copy this one and let me paste it over here. So font size, I'll give 22 pixel, margin bottom of 20 pixel. This is it for the h2. Next, let's style for the li inside the sidebar class. I mean ul inside the sidebar class. For that one, sidebar, let me copy the nav as well. Let me give nav here, and we have to style for the ul, right? And just copy the ul as well. Let me paste it over here. So list style, I'll just give none to remove the bulletins. Also, let me give the padding of 0. This is it for the ul. Next, let's style for the li. So this one will be same. So let me copy and paste it over here. So li, within the ul, li is there, right? I'll just copy this one and let me paste it over here. So margin, let me give 15 pixel and 0. So this is it for the li, right? Next, let's style for the anchor tag inside the li. So these things will be same. Let me come here. Let me copy this one, anchor tag. Let me paste it over here. So color white, also text decoration none, font size 16 pixel, display block, padding of 10 pixel, border radius of 4 pixel. Finally, transition of, let me give background 0.3 seconds. So this is it for the anchor tag. So next, let's style for the same, but on hover, right? Let me copy the same thing here. Sorry. Just give me a second. Sorry. Let me copy this one. Come here. Let me paste it over here, but on hover. So for this one, let me give some darker background color. I'll give 333. So next, let's style for the main content. So where is main content coming from? Here, this one. Let me copy this one and let me paste it over here. For the main content, flex, this is going to be 1. Also padding, let me give 20 pixel. Overflow -y, I'll just give auto. So header, let's style for the header. So basically this one, right? So I have already given header. Let's style the header. So display, let me give select, align items, center, justify content, space between. So this is it for the header. Let's style for the H1 inside the header. Basically we are styling for this one. So for this, I'll just give margins 0, color white. So this is it for the H1 inside the header. Next, let's style for the profile image. So where is profile image coming from? Just give me a second. So profile image is here, right? So I'll just copy. Within the image tag, we have given class of profile image. So let me paste it over here. For the profile image, I'll just give border radius of 50%, width of 50 pixel, also height of 50 pixel. This is one thing. Let's style for the cards container. So where is cards container coming from? Let me come here, this one. Cards hyphen container we have given. Let me copy this one and paste it over here. Let me give display of grid template columns, repeat of auto fit. Also, let's make use of the min max 200 pixel and 1 FR. This is it. Next, let me give gap of 20 pixels. Finally, margin top of 20 pixels. So this is it for the cards container. Next, let's style for the card. So where is card coming from? Just give me a second. So card is coming from here, right? So I'll just copy this one. Let me paste it over here. So just give me a second. For the card, let me give background white, also padding of 20 pixel, border radius of 8 pixel, box shadow 0, 2 pixel, 5 pixel, RGBA of 000, 0.1. So let me give text align center. So this is it for the card. Let's style for the H3 inside the card class. So card will be same. In where is H3? So here H3. Let me copy this one and let me paste it over here. For H3, let me give margin of 0 and 10 pixel. Also, let's style for the paragraph tag also, right, within the card class. Let me come here. Let me copy this one and paste it over here. So let me give font size of 24 pixel, also margin of 0. Let's style for the charts container. So where is charts container? Just give me a second. This one, charts hyphen container, right? Within the section we have given. So I'll just paste it over here. Let me give display grid template columns. I'll just give one FR, one FR thrice. So after this, I'll just give gap of 20 pixel. Also margin top of 20 pixel. So this is it for the charts container. Next, let's style for the chart card. So where is chart card coming from? So this one. Let me copy this one. Let me paste it over here. Background. Let me give white. Padding 20 pixel. Border radius of 8 pixel. Box shadow of 0, 2 pixel, 5 pixel. RGB of
I will see it all the time. I got the
0.1. Next, let's style for the info section. So where is info section? Here, right? Within the section, we have given the class of info hyphen section. Let me paste it over here. So let me give margin top of 20 pixel. Background of white. Padding of 20 pixel. Border radius of 8 pixel. Box shadow of 0, 2 pixel, 2 pixel. RGBA this one, right? So this is it for the info section. Next, we'll style for the H2 inside the info section class. Info section will be same. I'll just come here. I'll just copy the H2 here. Let me paste it over here. So I'll just give margin top say. This is it for the H2. Next, let's style for the UL inside the info section class, right? Info section will be same. I'll just come here. Let me copy the UL, right? Let me paste it over here. So list style, I'll just give none. Also padding of 0. So next, let's style for the LI, right? So this UL will be same. I'll just come here. I'll copy the LI. So let me paste it over here. Margin, let me give 10 pixel and 0. Padding of 20 pixel. Background of F0 thrice. Also border radius of 4 pixel. So next, let's style for the info image. So where is info image coming from? Here, this one, right? So within this image tag, we have given class name of info image. I'll just copy this one. So sorry. Let me come here and copy this one. And let me paste it over here. Width of 100%. Border radius of 8 pixel. Margin top of 20 pixel. So next, let's style for the update button. So here you can see we have given class and ID name of update button. Let me copy this one, paste it over here. Update -button. Margin top of, let me give 20 pixel. Padding of 10 pixel and 20 pixel horizontally and vertically. Next, let me make use of font size of 16 pixel. Background of, let me make use of the linear gradient 135 degree to make use of these two colors. 41, this one 69E1, and the another color 80, same color. So let me give color white, border none, border radius of 4 pixel, cursor of pointer, transition, background 0.3 second. So this is it for the update button. So let's try for the same but on hover, right? So just give the background color of 6B7280. So this is it. Next, let's make it responsive on all devices by making use of media queries, right? I'll just give at media max-width 768 pixel. So let's style the sidebar. I'll just give width of 150 pixel. Also, let's make use of the, let's style for the H2 inside the sidebar class. I'll just give font size of 18 pixel. Sorry. Also, next let's style for the anchor tag, right? So I'll just give sidebar UL, LI, and finally the anchor tag. I'll just give font size of 14 pixel. Next, let's style for the charts container. This one. So let me give grid template column of 1FR. Finally, let's style for the info section. Within the info section, I'll just give margin top of 20 pixel. So I'll just format the document. So what I have done is I have installed an extension called live server. This one. So what this does is whenever we make changes in the HTML file, right? So the changes will get directly reflected in the browser. So instead of reloading the page again and again to see the changes, we can make use of this extension. This will be very helpful. I'll just close this one. So what I'll do, I'll just come to index.html, right click and click on open with live server. So let's wait for some time. So right now this is looking like this. So here also we have to display the data, right? So for that we'll be making use of, we have made use of the teml.io here. So also on click of this button, update stats. So we'll be randomly updating this thing data by making use of JavaScript. Here also by making use of chart.js, we'll be displaying the data in the form of different charts, donut charts, also other charts as well. So that we'll be doing with the help of JavaScript, right? So let me come here, let me create the JS file. I'll just name this index.js. So I'll just place the JS file just below the script tag. So sorry, I didn't close this one properly. Let me make use of script. Sarc. I'll just give index.js. So let me format the document once. I'll just move this one to the right so that let's start writing the JavaScript code. Initially what I'll do, just give me a second. So let's do one thing. Let's initialize the card data with the initial values. So let me create the card data. Within the object, let me give total users. I'll just give random number. Also, let me give sales. These are all just random numbers. So let me give new orders 1, 2, 3. Also, feedback. Let me make this be also small. Let me give some random number 2, 3, 4. So next what I'll do, let's write the function to update the card elements with the current data. So I'll just make use of the function name update cards. So within this one, what I'll do, what we are doing here, we are writing a function to update the card elements with the current data. So initially what I'll do, I'll just give document dot, let's make use of the query selector card total hyphen users p. So let me make use of the text content and let me set this one to card data dot total users. So this one total users is coming from here, right? Card data, this one, and total users property. So what this is doing, we are updating the total users, the card. So next one, what I'll do, I'll just make use of the document dot query selector again, also of card dot sales p. Also let me make use of the text content, and within the template literals I'll just give card data dot sales. So what we have done here, we have updated the sales card. So next what we'll do, again I'll just make use of the document dot query selector card new orders p. So let me again make use of the text content and set this one to card data new orders. So this is one thing. What we have done here, we have updated the new orders card. Finally, let me make use of query selector again card dot feedback. So feedback, sales, new orders, and feedback is coming from here. Card data is this one. So let me give feedback p. So let me make use of the text content and set this one to the card data dot feedback. So here what we are doing, we are updating the feedback card. So this is it for this function update cards. So next we'll write the function to render the charts using the chart.js. So this one will be making use of the chart.js library, right? So this one. Let's write the function to render the different charts using the chart.js. Where we are rendering the charts here, you can see the empty cards, right? So we'll be rendering the charts. So basically we're making use of chart.js library. So I'll just give render charts function. So this is sales chart. Basically what I'll do, I'll just make use of the variable name sales ctx. So I'll just give sales instead of sale. So let me give document dot get element by id of sales chart. So basically this sales chart is coming from the HTML. I'll just give get context, right? So I'll just type this one. This is not showing. Basically I just give get context 2D. Let me give new chart sales ctx. So here let's make use of type. Let me give line. So this one is basically line chart. The first one will be line chart. So within this one, let me give comma over here. So let's make use of the data as well. Let me give labels. So here this will be January to June. January. Right. So next, basically these are the x-axis labels. So next what I'll do, I'll just make use of the data sets. For the data sets, labels, I'll just give sales, also data. Let me give some data. So I'll just give some random data. 12,000. Let me give 15,000 here. 18,000. So we have to January to June, right? I'll just give 22,000. Let me give 25. This is just some random data, random sales data, basically. So next, let me make use of background color. Let me make use of RGBA of 75, 192, 192, as well as 0.2. So what I'll do here, oh sorry, I just forgot to close the braces, I think here. Yeah, this is fine. Again, let me give border color. Again, let me make use of RGBA. Again, I'll give 75. So I'll just copy this one here. Let me paste the same thing. Instead of 0.2, I'll just give 1. So after this, let me make use of the border width as well. Let me give border width of 1. This is nothing but, this is the border color of the line. This is the border width of the line. We have set this one to 1. So let me give comma so that this works properly. After this one, let me give options. Within the options, what I'll do, let me give responsive true, This is nothing but we are making the chart responsive. Also, let me give maintain aspect ratio. So for maintaining the aspect ratio, I'll just give false. We don't have to maintain the aspect ratio, right? So this is it. Next, let's create the new users chart, right? So for that one, what I'll do, I'll just come here. I'll comment here, new users chart. So I'll just give const. Let me make use of the variable name ctx document dot get element by id of users chart. So basically users chart is coming from the HTML. So let me give get context of 2D. That's one thing. Let me make use of new chart ctx. Also, what shall I do? Type. So the first one we have created the line chart. So here, this one here will be displaying the line chart. This will be bar chart, and here will be displaying the donut chart. So these three charts will be displaying. So what I'll do? Type. I'll just give bar. So within the double inverted comma. After this one, let me give the data. Within the data labels, I'll just copy the same thing. Let me paste it over here. January to June. This is nothing but the x-axis labels. Again, data sets. Let me copy the same thing. So and make the necessary changes over here. So sorry, I'll just come here. Data sets. Just copy till here. Let me paste it over here. So label, I'll just give new users data. Let me give random data. So 200, 300, 200 to 700. Let me give. So background color, I'll just change the numbers here within the RGBA. I'll just give 153, 102, 255, as well as the 0.2. So this is one thing. Same thing. Let me copy this one. Within here, I'll just paste the same value. Instead of 0.2, I'll just give 1. So border width will be same. This will be 1 itself. So here, let me copy the same thing. So I'll just copy this one. Let me paste it over here. So sorry. Option responsive will be true itself. Maintain aspect ratio will be false itself. So after this one, again, one more chart will be creating basically. So this one will be basically donut chart. So we'll write this chart from the beginning. So what I'll do, this is nothing but the feedback chart. I'll just give comment and write feedback chart. So let me make use of the variable name. Feedback ctx document get element by id or feedback chart. So this is coming from the index.html file. So I'll just make use of get context again. Text of, let me give 2D. Next, same thing, chart. Feedback CTX. Let me give here. For the type, I'll just give donut. So this is nothing but donut chart. So inside from the labels, I'll just copy this one from the data to here. Let me copy these things. Let me paste it over here. We'll make the necessary changes. For the labels, what I'll do, I'll just take positive, neutral, and negative. So I'll just make this one positive, neutral, and negative. So I'll just delete this one. Let me delete this one. So yeah, this is fine. For the data sets, label, instead of the new users, I'll just give feedback. Data, let me give only 3 numbers this time. Here I'll just give 150, 50 and 30. Some random numbers. We give 30. Background color. So this time, let me give the same thing. Or let me do one thing. Background color. Within the background color, let me open array. This has to be square braces, right? I'll just copy the same thing twice. Just change the numbers. Instead of these numbers, let me give 54, 162, 235, as well as 0.2. So here as well, I'll give 255, 206, 86, and 0.2. Finally, 255, 99, 132, as well as 0.2. So basically, this is color for positive, this is color for, second one is color for the neutral, and third one is color for the negative. So same thing I'll do with the border color as well. Let me open the square braces. I'll just give same thing here. Let me copy this one twice. So let me change the numbers inside. Just give me a second. I'll just copy this one. Let me paste it over here. Instead of 0.2, this will be 1. Let me copy the same thing. Paste it over here. Instead of 0.2, here also, this will be 1. Let me copy this one. Paste it over here. Instead of 0.2, again, this will be 1. So this is border color for positive. Second one is for negative, and the final one is the border color for the negative. So finally, we have given this border width will be 1 itself. Basically, after this one, let me copy options. this one. Let me copy this one. Let me paste it over here. Just give me a second. Responsive true I have done. Also maintain aspect ratio. We have set this one to false, right? So this is good. So let me format the document once. After this one, what I'll do, let's initially update the card data, right? So let me comment this one and write initial update of card data. This one is done by calling the update cards function. Next, let's render the charts. I'll just comment this one, render the charts. So how we'll do this one? Let's call the render charts function. So finally what we'll do, we'll add the event listener for the update button. So this one. When we click this one, right, we'll be using the math.floor, basically math.floor as well as the math.random, so that we'll be randomly updating the data inside the total users, sales, new orders as well as the feedback. So I'll come here and then what I'll do, I'll just give document dot get element by id of update button. So this update button is coming from the index.html file, basically HTML. So let me make use of the add event listener. Click. So let's call the function. Within this one, let's update the card data with the random increments. So that's what we'll be doing. Let me give the card data total users equals card data plus, let me make use of math.flow. Inside this one, let me give math.random into 10. So what we have done, we are randomly incrementing the total users in this line. Next, we have to randomly increment the sales, new orders as well as the feedback, right? So I'll just copy this one and let me paste it just below it thrice, so that here instead of the total users, let me select this one. Let me give sales. This one will be new orders and the final one will be feedback, right? So I'll just give feedback. So this one will be into 1000. This one into 5. Let me give into 5. So this is it. Finally, what we'll do, we'll update the card elements with the new data. Let me comment this one and write update the card element with new data. How we'll do that? Let's call the update cards function. So this is it. So this is it for the JavaScript. So let me format the document once. Let's see. So here we are getting the admin dashboard. This one you can see. These are all the things. This is working fine. So total users, sales, these are all the things. This is working fine. If I click on the update stats, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is not changing. So this has to change basically. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one new orders 123 and feedback to on click of update stats. This has to change. This is not changing, as well as the charts are not getting displayed, right? There is something wrong with this one and this one. Let's check what is. So what I have done wrong is here. So line chart here, while typing, this has become character data. So basically this has to be chart, right? Not the character data. So let me select this one and give chart as well. Here also, let me give chart. Also, same here. Within the data sets, this has to be label, not labels. Let's change in everything. So this one has to be label. Also, here, within the data, this has to be labels. And within the data sets, this has to be labeled, right? So yeah, now let's check once again. So still we are not getting the chart data, right? So if I click, something is happening? No. Let's check what is wrong. So what are all the mistakes that I have done is, here, basically if you give this one also, this will come. I have misspelled February, correct this one. So also here, in the HTML file, I have given defer basically. This, we have to make use of the defer when we are giving the script tag inside the head, right? So we are pasting it over here, no need of defer. So let's check now. Yep, now we are able to see, right? So this is line chart, bar chart, as well as the donut chart. 3 of the charts are displaying correctly according to the values that we have given the JavaScript here. What are all the values that we have given? What are all the colors that we have mentioned? Along with the label, data, background color, color, border color, as well as the border width. So accordingly, this is getting displayed. Also, one thing you can notice here, by making use of the tremor IO, we have made use of this one, right? We are dynamically changing the data on button click. So now this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's check on click of the button. So here now this is 1, 2, 3, 7. Data is dynamically changing, right? So let me give again 1, 2, 4, 9. So 242. Let's check once again. 42. This has become 246, 138. Random number 1258. So how, why this is happening? This one here. So we have added the event listener, and we are making use of math.floor, and we are setting the random number, right? We are multiplying by 10,000 for the total users, sales, new orders, and the feedback. So we are able to change the data here because of that one. So let me check one more last time. Yeah, 1266. So random data. So this is working properly. Instead of the admin dashboard, let me give, let me give just give me a second. Let me give hi admin instead. So let's check. So yeah, this is looking good, right? Or let's give only admin, that's enough. So yeah, now let's check everything is working properly. Admin, dashboard users, settings. This one, we are getting this one from the tremor IO, tremor.so. And also this one, we have made use of the chart.js, line chart, bar chart, as well as this one, donut chart. This is also working perfectly fine. This one through the HTML, and this one is nothing but just an image that we have included in the HTML. Also, finally, the update stats button. On clicking of this one, we are able to change the data, right? Everything is working properly. Also, this is my this thing, YouTube image that I have given, channel image that I have given. So you can give any image of your own. So everything is working properly. This is it. Thanks for watching, guys.